Hi, welcome to Debbie Lash Yoga, and welcome back if you've been practicing with me already. I'm your yoga teacher for today, and we've got a nice short practice, 30 minutes, nice and twisty, back bends. So we're just going to stimulate the digestive area and lift our heart space. So bring some buoyancy and some uplift into your day. Let's get started. Start all the way lying down on your back. So I like to keep my knees bent. If you need blocks, place them at the top of the mat. Some of you might like to bring pillows or blankets, bolsters. So just grab whatever you need. We're just going to start lying all the way down. Just take a moment here, let the knees drop in. Left hand on the heart space, right hand on your lower belly. And just take 3 cycles of breath just to land and arrive on your mat, inhaling through the nose. And a big sigh out. 2 more just like this. Inhale, deepest breath. Open mouth, exhale. And last cycle of breath here. You're going to keep the mouth closed on the exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Draw your right knee into the chest. Squeeze it in and extend the left leg straight. Inhale here. And exhale, left hand to the outside of the right knee, taking a twist. You can keep your right arm bent in a cactus arm or extend the right arm straight. And you can either look straight up or look back over your right shoulder. Stay here for 5 cycles of breath. Just feel this nice release through the right side of the body. And there's a gentle lift in the belly. You're not sucking your belly in, but it's just gently drawing in and up, just engaging. So when we engage the belly, it's called Uli Under Bandha. So we've got 3 main energy locks in the body that we work with: chin, belly, and root lock, bandha. Inhale, come back to center. And just change sides. Left knee in. Just pause and squeeze your knee and your thigh down towards your ribs. And taking right hand to the outside of the left knee, taking the twist. Some of you are going to bend the thumb. If you notice that your shoulder's lifting all the way off the floor, and for a lot of us it does, just bend the elbow. So just start with it straight, and if it's lifting, then bend the elbow. And you just play with it here. Good. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. 4 more cycles of breath wherever you are. The most important part of every pose is the breath. And if we're not focusing on the breath, then we're really not doing yoga. So just link your thoughts to the breath. Inhale. Smooth, long exhale. And inhale. Come back to center. Draw both knees into the chest. Circle the knees around. And other way. Put both feet on the floor. Hands on the floor, bridge pose. Maybe graze your back of your heels with your hands. Inhale, lift. Look straight up, exhale, lower. Movement to breath. Think of this like cat-cow. Inhale, lift. You're stretching your hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, lift up, stay up. Some of you are going to grab the edges of the mat. Some of you are going to roll your shoulders under, and you're going to clasp your hands together underneath your body. 5 cycles of breath here. Energetically squeeze your outer knees in. Imagine you were squeezing your thighs into a block. You could put a block between the thighs right now if that was available and you've got one handy. And just move the breath through the body. Maybe visualize the breath coming in through the crown of the head, moving down the back spine. And then exhale, press the breath out, down through the thighs, out through the feet as you exhale. Last cycle of breath here. This is moving the prana. This is how we shift energy. Inhale here. Release the hands or the edges of the mat. Exhale, lower all the way down. We're going to take the legs straight up into the air and flex the feet. Good. We're going to bring both hands up. Release your forefingers up. This is called steeple in the hands. And you're going to bring both arms around to the right. And now lift your right shoulder up. Inhale, lower. There's a nice twist. Inhale, lower the left leg down. Exhale, lift. 4 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Keep lifting that right shoulder. Notice that tendency to drop. 2 more. Last one here. And other side. So to the left. Now lift that left shoulder up higher. Inhale, lower the right leg down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 3 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Movement to breath. Last one here. And when you're ready, both feet on the floor, hands through the middle. Keep the hand bound. Inhale, lower the head. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Just igniting the core, squeezing all the breath out as you lift up on the exhale. We got 5 more. And just notice the body warming up. Nice amount of heat in the body. 3 more. Exhale, lift. And last one here. Hold up, lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lower. Hands on the backs of the thighs. Rock and roll 5 times. Some of you might be able to touch the feet behind the head, touching into plow pose, lifting up into Navasana. Last one here, you're going to finish crossing the legs at the shins and come forward onto your hands and knees. Good. Inhale. Spin your fingers back towards the knees. So this is just stretching the wrists and just circle around on the wrists. Maybe 3 times one way and 3 times the other. And come back to center. Now if this feels okay in your wrist, we're going to take cat-cow with the hands facing the knees. If it doesn't, just spin your fingers facing forward. Press down, spread the knuckles. Inhale, heart lifts. Press through the tops of the feet. Exhale, round into cat pose. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, round. 3 more. Just linking movement to breath. It's what the vinyasa is, the vinyasa practice. Inhale here. Exhale, round. Good. Spin the fingers facing forward. Step the right foot back. And then the left. We're in plank pose. Good. Inhale here. 5 cycles of breath. And you might want to rock forwards and backwards. That's it. And last one here. Inhale here. We're going to lower. You can either drop the knees to the floor or just slowly lower all the way down. Good. Slide yourself back. Low cobra. Slide the hands back. Squeeze the elbows in. Point the toes. Lift the knees. Forehead to the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Just warming up the upper body, upper thoracic. Last one here. Exhale, lower. Hands behind. Clasp the hands on the sacrum. Inhale, lift the chest. And pick the hands up. Off and reach your hands and knuckles back towards your feet. 3 more cycles of breath. Just notice how the back of the neck, whether you're lengthening forward with the chin, lengthen the back of the neck, press through the crown of the head. Toes on the floor. 1 more cycle of breath here. Inhale. Lower down. Exhale. Hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Press up. Plank pose. Inhale. Squeeze the elbows in. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take the feet as wide as the mat. We're going to shorten the down dog. So Walk your hands back. And you're going to about a third, and you're going to reach your right hand back towards your left shin or the ankle. Some of you will feel better by bending your right knee here. That's it. Some of you might want to lift up onto those left fingertips, and then you're spinning your chin into the armpit, and now stretching and breathing into the side body as you turn your ribs up towards the ceiling. And then over time, you can think about straightening that right knee if you bent it. And 2 more cycles of breath here. And other side, reach the right hand forward, left hand reaches back for the ankle, spin that chin into the right armpit, bend your left elbow, and maybe you want to bend your left knee here. Just play with it. What feels good in your body? We're always working to create effortless ease in the body, creating space and length. And a lot of the time that means bending the knees, being kind to the hamstrings. Inhale, come back. And we're going to come into downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, float the right leg straight back. Right knee to the left elbow, glide forward. Inhale, float the leg back. Cross it over. Good. Last one here. And then knee to nose. Step it all the way through. Good. Drop the back knee down. Inhale. Lift both arms up. Breathe in. Exhale. Sink into the front thigh. And bend your elbows here. Cactus arms. We're going to take a turn and a twist to the right. Inhale. And you feel the diaphragm squeeze here, and that's why it's hard to breathe. Some of us are going to keep the elbows bent. Now I want you to squeeze your outer hips and hug them in towards the midline, and then extend your arms straight. 5 cycles of breath. Some of you are going to turn and look to the back thumb, finding that single point of focus. And 2 more cycles of breath here. Drop your right hand to your sacrum. Press the sacrum down. And now here's your back bend. Inhale, lift up. Sink into the front thigh. 3 more cycles of breath. And find that single point. I'm looking to my thumb, my fingers. You might be looking straight up. And if there's any pain in the neck, maybe you even want to look straight ahead. And when you're ready, windmill the hands to the floor. And step back, tuck the back toe into plank pose. Shift the weight forward. Ardha Chaturanga. Roll over the toes, up dog. You can stay with low cobra here. Exhale, downward facing dog. We've got the other side. Float the left leg straight back. Inhale. Left knee, right elbow twist. Exhale. Last one here. Knee to the elbow, and now knee to nose. Step it through. Good. Drop the right knee down. Inhale, lift both arms up. Breathe in. Exhale, sink into the front thigh. And bend your elbows, cactus arms. Taking a turn to the left. Inhale. Pause and hold. Exhale. And just feel this pose in your body. And now we're going to extend the arms. Now maybe here you might actually bring them back. That's it. And now turn the head. Look to that back thumb. 5 cycles of breath. Squeezing and firming the hips in. Notice the quality of the exhale. Quite often the breath is getting a little choppy here. And 1 more cycle of breath. And left hand to the sacrum. Press the hand down so you're creating space in your back waist. Arm up and over. Lift up, look up. Sink into that front thigh. Stretching, lovely juicy stretch in your right hip. 3 cycles of breath wherever you are. And windmill both hands to the floor. Tuck the back toe under, step back plank pose, Ardha Chaturanga, roll over toes. Here's your back bend, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 cycles of breath. Spread the fingers and just release the back of the neck. And when you're ready, inhale, lift high on your tippy toes, bend the knees, 2 steps to the top, half lift, breathe in. You can bring the hands on the shins, exhale, forward fold and bow. Just walk your feet a little wider and press the right hand into the floor, taking a twist, a block underneath the hand. If the hands don't touch the floor is a really nice idea. Twist and look up. And again, you can bend that right knee if that feels better in your body. Again, it's an investigation. Just noticing how the body feels. Maybe you haven't practiced for a while, so the hamstrings might feel tight. And, your shoulders could feel tight. Left hand down, bend the left knee. That's it. And one more cycle of breath. Both hands to the floor. Unravel the spine, coming all the way up. Roll the shoulders down. Step the feet together. Inhale, both arms up. Lift up, look up. Thumbs to touch. Follow the thumbs all the way down. Follow your gaze. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, step back into plank. Vinyasa. Roll over toes. Up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, float the right leg straight back. Knee to nose. Step it all the way through. Step the back foot up a third. Hands to the floor. Hands on your hips. Inhale, rise. Good. We're going to take the thumb into your left hip crease. Slide the right hip back. Inhale, top arm up. Lift up, look up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, look down so the back of the neck is long. And we're going to take a twist. Some of you have got blocks. Some of you are going to bend your right knee just gently, just to release that hamstring. Lengthen the crown of the head forward. Lift up, find cat pose in the upper back. And then twist to the right. Maybe you're going to bring that right arm up. 5 cycles of breath here. Firm and hug that right hip in so you can release that left hip forward. That's it, the quality of your breath, most important part of the pose. Keep pressing the crown of the head away from your tailbone. And both hands to the floor. You're going to step your left foot straight back. That's it. We're going to start with the back knee down, and then you've got the option to lift it up. Inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hinge forward. Lift the back ribs, twisting to the right. Squeeze here, hands at prayer. And then you've got the option. Some of you are going to keep that back knee down. This already feels like a lot in my body, but I'm just going to step it up today. Pressing down through the big toe. Lift the heel and then press the heel back. Firm the right hip in. Maybe you might want to use your block and split the arms here. Maybe you might even want a half bind. Lift that back thigh up. Squeeze the buttocks together. One more cycle of breath. Top arm up. Exhale. Hands to the floor. Either side of the front foot. Good. Step the right foot back. Vinyasa, or you can skip it. Roll over toes. Lift the chest. Here's your back bend. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Other side. Float the left leg straight back. Inhale. Knee to nose round. Exhale. Step it through. Step the back right foot up a third. And you can put your block on the outside. Maybe you've got a book, any kind of prop. Hands on the hips. Inhale, rise. Thumb into the left hip crease. Slide it back. Inhale, right arm up. Breathe in, lift up. Feel like you want to tickle the ceiling or the sky if you're fortunate enough to be practicing outside. Now spin the ribs to the left. Inhale, reach forward. Hand on the inside or outside. Exhale. Now if you haven't got a block, you can use your shin and put a little micro bend in the knee. Lift the chest. Good, maybe you're going to lift that left arm up. 5 cycles of breath. Activate that back leg by pressing the heel down, and then press and activate the front foot by pressing down through your left big toe. 2 more cycles of breath. Notice if your head is dropping here, you want to lift up, look up to the thumb, the finger, and last cycle of breath here. Lift your knees and thighs. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Good, step your right foot back, drop the knee to the floor. Got our twist. Inhale, both arms up, breathe in. Exhale, hands to heart. I like to hinge forward. I find cat pose, lift the back ribs up, breathe in, inhale, and we twist on the exhale. I often put my hand on my thigh and then try and walk my elbow towards the middle of the thigh. Good, hands at prayer, thumbs are at the heart center, and if you want to, lift up. Now I want to lean in, I press the heel back, sharpen the back thigh by lifting the knee and the thigh, and I'm going to drop my hand to the floor, but if you're quite new to this, dropping the hand, maybe use the block. That's a great idea. So you just bring the floor to meet your hand wherever you're at. Keep finding that cat pose so you're creating space between your bottom ribs and the thigh. 2 more cycles of breath. Keep sharpening the left back leg by lifting the kneecap and the thigh up. And exhale, hands to the floor. Good work, yogis. Step back into plank. Shift the weight forward and lower all the way down to the mat. You can drop the knees here if you want. And hands underneath stack the hands underneath your forehead. Hands underneath the forehead. And drop the forehead to the hands. Bend your knees. And just walk your feet together. They don't need to inner ankles don't need to touch. Now press your pubic bone down into the floor and your hips down. Inhale, lift the knees and the thighs. This is strengthening your lower back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. I'm going to lift up, stay up. Inhale, lift. For 5. Keep the feet flexed. 4. Press pubic bone and hips down. 3. Forehead relaxing. 2. 1. Lower down. Good. We're going to reach back. Dhanurasana. Bringing in buoyancy and lift. Walk the thighs back together. Forehead down. So we're creating the same action in the legs. Good. Now, inhale, forehead on the floor. Lift the knees and the thighs. Exhale here. Inhale, lift the chest, then kick your heels back. Imagine my hands were pulling your calf muscles back to the back wall. 2 more cycles of breath. Squeeze your outer knees and outer ankles to the midline and lower all the way down. Pause. We're going to roll onto our backs. That's it. Ready for our bridge pose where we started off earlier. And bend your knees, elbows to the floor. So knees are hips distance. You don't want the feet as wide as the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Just notice how this is feeling in your body. Now that we've got a little warm, the body's much warmer. We've opened the chest, stretched our hamstrings. Last one here. Lift up, stay up. And remember the options. You can keep your hands at the edges of the mat. Roll the shoulders under. Even if you roll your shoulders under, you could even grab a belt or a towel if your hands aren't yet meeting. And stay here. 5 cycles of breath. If you want to intensify this, maybe you want to bring the right ankle on the left thigh and lift up so you get that nice stretch in your hips. And 1 more cycle of breath. And foot to the floor. Other side. If you need to take a break, come down in between each side, you can. But remember, look straight up. Flex that left foot. Press down through the big toe of the right foot and lift your hips. Use the backs of the arms to lift the chest. And one more cycle of breath. Inhale here. And foot to the floor. Exhale, lower. So you can repeat that. You can make it more restorative if you want something a little more gentler. Or Urdhva And remember, you can do this pose without doing the full expression. Just see how far you can go. Both arms up, circle the wrist. Stretch your, shake your fingers. Bend the elbows, fingers facing towards your feet. So we did that nice stretch in cat-cow right at the beginning. Squeeze the elbows in. Some of you might find it easier to get up with your feet as wide as the mat. Inhale, lift the hips. Take an exhale here. Inhale, come to the crown of the head. Maybe this is where you stop. That transition to lift there is challenging. Inhale, lift. And then spin your big toes in towards each other. What I see a lot is the feet turn out. So this, when the feet, big toes turn in, you roll the inner thighs down. Breathe into the heart space. This is a lovely stretch in the front body, back body. Strengthening arms, wrists, shoulders, ankles, thighs, the whole shebang. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale. Lower all the way down. Good. Crossing the right leg over the left, coming into a nice gentle twist. And if this is too much in your body, just keep the knees together. So we're just going to right leg over the left, shuffle the hips to the right. Inhale, knees to chest. So you're squeezing, finding that compression. Inhale, and we always twist. On the exhale, instead I've got my hands and my arms in cactus shape, but maybe you want to extend them out. 5 cycles of breath, wherever you are. So the twist after the back bends, neutralize the spine. It's wonderful for your spinal health and your range of movement in the spine. So a lot of benefits here. Your major organs, digestive organs, are getting a really nice massage. Detoxifying, eliminating, and inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release, both feet on the floor. Bring the hips back to neutral. Left leg over right. Inhale, shuffle the hips to the left. Draw the knees, inhale to the chest. Exhale, both knees over. I like to snuggle my knees up towards the elbows. I'm going to look straight up. Or you can look all the way back to the left. 5 cycles of breath. Just close your eyes. Allow yourself to go a little deeper. Just feel the yoga working its magic. And one more cycle of breath. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release. Just going to bring ourselves all the way up. So just rock yourself up for one last seated pose. So inhale, flex your feet. I'm going to bend the right knee. Slide your hand down. And then bring the sole of the foot to the inside of the thigh. So this is a nice hip opener, hands on your ribs. And then we're turning the torso so it's in line with your left extended leg. Inhale, both arms up, breathe in. Lift up, look up. Exhale, hand forward. Now there's this gentle, subtle twist here. So some of you might just have your hands on the floor. Others might be able to grab the foot. So we're spinning our right ribs to our left thigh towards the left knee. So there's that subtle twist. Inhale here. And then exhale, drop the head towards the shin. Any amount. That's it. So we're getting a nice hip opener and then a nice subtle twist in the torso, upper body. We're pressing the crown of the head towards the foot. So we're finding length also in the back spine, the back body. And inhale, lifting all the way up. Draw the knee and then extend other side. In the left knee, slide the hand down to the ankle. So this is like a seated tree pose. Janu Shirshasana, spin the ribs. So there's that subtle spinning the ribs to the extended right leg. Inhale, both arms up. Forward fold and bow. So remember, wherever you're at, you could even put a strap around your foot here. Release the head down. How's the breath? Inhale. Imagine breathing in through the crown of the head, down the back spine. And then finding that subtle twist, spinning your left ribs to the right thigh. That's it. Stay right where you are. 3 more cycles of breath. Just feeling that nice release in your hip and your lower back area. One more cycle of breath. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Hand underneath the knee, help the knee up. Be mindful how you come in and out of the poses. And let's just take one more forward fold and bow. Inhale, both arms up, Paschimottanasana. Forward fold. Now if you're tight in the hamstrings, you could bend your knees. And again, just walk your hands out. Maybe you could even put a strap here. Or grab the feet if you've got a little bit more flexibility in the hamstrings. But just notice where your body's at today. Remember, every day we practice, the practice feels different due to what we're doing off the mat. So if we're if you're running, hiking, you're going to be a lot more tighter in the hamstrings and the hips. And even if you're working a lot and actually not able to, get to the mat or work out, you're also going to be tight in the hips. So just everything shows up. And inhale, lift the head. Ready for your final resting pose, Shavasana. So again, bend the knees. Gently lower yourself all the way down. You can let the knees knock in if you have a sensitive lower back. And for others, you're just going to take the feet as wide as the mat, roll the shoulders under, spin your palms towards the ceiling. Ready to receive the practice and all its benefits. Let go of the breath. Return to normal, shallow breathing. A lot of you might want to stay longer in Shavasana, and quite rightly so. So stay right where you are and honor your practice, self-care. And for those who need to come up, wriggling fingers and toes, arms up and over. Breathe in, stretch from your fingers all the way down to your toes. Deepest breath in. Lion's breath, open the mouth, exhale. Knees into the chest, give yourself a well-deserved hug and a squeeze. And when you're ready, roll onto your right side and just pause. Hands to the floor, press down to inhale, lifting yourself all the way up. Come and sit in a cross-seated position. Sealing it all in, hands at heart center, pressing your thumbs into your sternum, bowing your chin down to your heart. Gratitude for the practice. Pray to third eye. Humbly bow. Namaste. Well done, yogis. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.